Good morning. Today is day 97. Today plan is to go 14.5 miles to a parking lot where gonna get picked up by dog tags. He's gonna take me to Laurel, Virginia, I believe it's called. Gonna resupply and then stay at Open Arms Hospital tonight, and then possibly a zero or Nero tomorrow. We'll have to see how I'm feeling, and we'll go from there. I had to see Mount Marshall Overlook. I had to yell, but it's about a quarter mile off trail to get it, but it's just like the road is like a horseshoe, so it's gonna loop back to the trail in a second, and then I'll get back on the trail. Made it back on trail, and here's another overlook. This one doesn't have the sun in the way, so it's a little better. Good morning. Today is day 98. The plan for today is to go 14 miles to Rock Spring Hut. Should be a little bit of an easier day today. Yesterday, dog tags picked me up. He took me to Walmart. He offered to buy all my food, and he bought me dinner. And we just got to hang out for a little bit, and then he drove home. I'm really happy that I got to hang out for a bit. And yeah, it was a good time yesterday. And as you can see, I got a new hat for hunting season. Probably won't need it till after I get out of Shenandoah, but I'm not carrying two hats, so I got rid of the other one. On top of Mary's Rock. So I just saw something I haven't seen before. There was a guy walking, and he has, I guess, what you call electronic legs. He's got his like regular legs and feet, but I'm assuming his muscles aren't strong enough to carry him, so he's got this kind of, it goes around his waist, and it's got two straps that go around each one of his thighs. It helps him walk, which is interesting. And I guess it's got a battery bank in there too to be able to lift up his legs. But yeah, I've never seen that before. Good morning. Today is day 99. Plan for today is slightly unknown. The only two shelters are 12 miles away, and then 25 miles away. There is a paid-for campsite in between, I believe. But I believe the option I'm gonna go with is Comments and Far Out mentions a stealth site about 20 miles from here. So I'm going to try to check that out and see if I have any luck with that. Hopefully I will. But I'll check in with you guys up trail. Had to road walk to get this view. The one other thing that's nice about walking on the road is I can enjoy the leaves more, because don't have to look down at the trail. I can look up, so I can see the changing of the leaves more on the road. Back on trail. Now I am being a little strategic about what parts I do on trail, because I'm trying not to miss too much. So if I don't see any views on the app that I'm using, it tells me all the viewpoints and stuff on trail, then that's when I consider doing Skyline Drive. And then if Skyline Drive doesn't add or take away any miles, and if it's usually like a short stretch, that's when I'll do it. And I usually get an extra couple of views that way. So I decided to do a 25-mile day today because the spot I was going to camp had a no camping sign, so I moved on. And then after I got down to the ranger station, because they had water there, so I refilled my water. There was a good cell site about half a mile from it, but I didn't grab enough water to stay there because I didn't know there was one there. So I could have camped there, but no, I'm gonna have to do 25 miles today. Shouldn't be too bad. I think I got 3 miles left, and it is 4:20, so I should be getting there right around sunset, maybe before. Good morning, it's day 100. Plan for today is to do 21.6 miles to Black Rock Hut. I'm also going to stop at my first wayside and see if there's anything good there. All the other ones, when I got there, they were still closed. The grill doesn't open till 11, so, and the last few ones I got there at 10, so this one will definitely be open because it's 15 miles away, so looking forward to that. That's the ridge I climbed up yesterday.
Past Black Rock Summit, which is one of the most.
You can see the trail goes along that ridge line, goes down there, and that road in the distance, that's Skyline Drive, and the trail goes up there, then back over that ridge line over there. Just getting back on trail from the wayside. They did have blackberry smoothies, so I picked one up and I got a cheeseburger. The smoothie was very good. Actually, it was a milkshake. Milkshake was really good. It's definitely something I probably would not have ever tried normally, but it was something everyone kept talking about, so I had to get it. And it was worth it, so that is good. Good morning, it's day 101. Plan for today is to go a little over 20 miles to get into Waynesboro, Virginia. And hopefully end up splitting a hotel room with one of the sobers I met. I talked to him last night and he seemed willing to do that. So we'll see what happens when we get into town, because there is no hostels that are a good price. So we'll see what happens. So last night at the shelter there was about 15 people there. Only 2 of which were southbounds. The rest were section hiking. But that's definitely the busiest shelter I've been at since Maine. The other nights I've been at shelters, there's been like possibly one other person. Usually a section hiker, but yeah, it's really the first time I'm getting to meet southbounders, so that's kind of cool. Good morning, it's day 102. Plan for today is probably find a scout site around 15 miles from where I got dropped off. Yesterday got into town, resupplied at Walmart, and stayed at the hotel with Crooked Letter, So between two of us, we were able to get the hotel down to $50 each. So that worked out pretty good. I mean, it's a little more pricey than I would have liked, but it's the only option in town. So that's where we stayed, and it was good breakfast and clean rooms. So not much more you could ask for there. So I did make a change of plans. I'm gonna end up going to Maupin Shelter. I would make it a 21-mile day today, and did that for a couple of reasons. One, it has a bear hang, and Comments Far Out mentioned there has been a bear through here this year. That was in June, but better be safe than sorry. And two, it's got a privy, and that's always a nice amenity. That, and it will get me in town sooner on my fourth day to Glasgow. So all just drops in the buckets to push me towards that decision. So tomorrow, it looks like I'll be going up the Priest Mountain, which looks like it could be a decent climb. But for those of you who don't know, there's a shelter called the Priest Shelter on top of the mountain. And the logbook contains the confession of trail sins. So everyone confesses a sin they did on trail, like not hanging the bear bag, for example. So I'm gonna spend some time looking through that, and should be a little interesting to see what some of the people I was hiking with put down. There's a lot of houses up there on that hill. It's a little hard to see. Good morning. It's day 103. It is a little chilly out today. It's 45 degrees. Goal today is to make it over the Priest Mountain and find somewhere to camp afterwards. Probably shooting for anywhere between 14 and 17. Definitely not doing a 20, because that'd be over 6,000 feet of elevation. That's a little too much for me. I'm sure I could do it if I really wanted to, but I don't, so yeah. That's the plan for today. Since we're going over two bigger mountains, there should be some good views. So I'll check in with you guys up trail. Over there you can see the Priest Mountain. I'm about to head up there currently, follow that ridge line all the way down, and back up that mountain. That's an interesting rock right there. Kind of looks like a chimney. Actually, looks more like a giant gravestone. But this is called Chimney Rock, so I'm sure it's supposed to look like a chimney. All those dots in the water on the rocks, those were hermit crabs. I didn't know hermit crabs lived in rivers, which is interesting. Guess you learn something new every day. I got 3.5 miles to I get to the top of the Priest Mountain. Then after that, I'm still unsure how much farther I'll be going. There's two tent sites that are options. One's a dry campsite, but it's supposed to have a good sunset, and then one's has water, so I gotta weigh the pros and cons. I'm at the top of Spy Rock, and I'm hoping for a pretty good sunset today.